Hi, I am Dr. Adity Gudi and I am the administrator of the Indian Music Experience Museum.
How exactly did the museum come about?
This music museum is one of its kind music museum of the country. It's an interactive digital based music museum. So it's not the general type of artifact oriented music museum. So this is a 10-year-old project. The Bhumi Pujan was done in 2009 and the grand launch was done in 2019. So this is basically the brainchild of our founder, Mr. M.R. Jaishankar, and of course there's a huge team who have worked behind this music museum.
How come it took 10 years to sort of set up the museum?
So see, you can see this was just a land from where the entire civil work was done, and if you have seen all the galleries carefully, a huge amount of research has gone by to curate this music museum, so much of content, and we have many experts who have worked behind this music museum.
Could you tell us who is behind the research or how much effort it took to put together? Because there are so many galleries and it really is a very informative museum.
Yeah, of course, for that, our director, Miss Manasi Prasad, would have been the best person to tell you all that, because a huge amount of research has gone by. She was one of the leading person, and also our ex-director, Dr. Suma Sudhindra, who has worked a lot behind this museum. Other than this, we have a very big advisory board, experts, from various specific and specialized fields, as you have seen the various galleries, and of course my colleague Ms. Sahana Mohan, who is the content head of the museum. She has worked very hard. So overall the entire thing has taken a really big time and lots of work and research.
Could you tell us the different parts of the museum?
So the different parts of this entire music museum, it starts from the sound garden, where we introduce people to the principles of sound, which has to do more with physics, the resonance, the timbre. The sound garden is made up of natural things like wood, stone, metals, and music, as you all know, is nothing but sound, and it's not a normal sound. So there is a journey from sound to music. So sound requires steadiness, pleasantness, regularity, and when it comes to steadiness, it comes to nad, and nad gives rise to swaras. So basically we introduce public to the various sound and principles of sound before they enter the main music museum. So that is about the sound garden. Then comes the main music museum, where we have covered all the genres of Indian music, right from contemporary to traditional, folk, to music of freedom struggle, Bollywood music, which we can never delete that or omit that from Indian music. There is history of recordings. You have seen the huge instruments gallery, and we have the memorabilia of all the Bharat Ratnas in our music museum. And other than this is the learning center, where we have almost more than 100 children who learn music at Indian Music Experience, and they learn music of various disciplines here.
What kind of courses do you offer? You just mentioned the learning center.
So we have almost 7 disciplines being taught here, and among them are the Hindustani classical, Carnatic classical, Mridangam, keyboard classes, guitar classes. We have Bharatanatyam dance. We do free, spiritual music sessions for senior citizens. So all these are the type of music, and it is a 5-year diploma course. Our main learning center gives 5-year diploma course to the children.
The professionals who teach at the learning center, what kind of musical backgrounds do they come from, or what is their area of specialization?
Their area of specialization is that particular area, because if a Hindustani classical class is going on, so the teacher is of course a performing artist with a very strong Hindustani classical background. And similar with the Carnatic vocal, we have a teacher who is from Carnatic music, and she is also a performing artist. So all the teachers have a very strong background in that specific discipline.
What made the person who came up with the idea of this museum to set it up in Bangalore and not any other city, and how exactly do you think that this museum contributes to the culture of music in the city?
So our main purpose is to introduce or cater to the younger generation who are gradually forgetting our Indian music. So basically we have created a space to make the younger generation understand and appreciate the Indian music. And our founder is from Bangalore, so he is the CMD of Brigade, and that's why, and he was inspired by the Seattle Music Museum, and that's why he thought of starting this museum of Indian music, where our Indian music is very rich and it has so many varieties. So basically that is how it has come up.
And why is it important or for people to visit this museum if they do come across the city of Bangalore?
I feel Indian music experience is a must visit place. I mean, people should not come to Bangalore to visit. I mean, they should not come to Bangalore and visit, but they should come to Bangalore to visit Indian music experience, because it's one of its kind interactive digital based music museum. It's not a museum with those traditional artifacts or something. It's an experiential music museum. So, and it caters to every group. We are special for a kid of kindergarten to a senior citizen. We have seen people enjoying every gallery of the museum thoroughly.